I do think I need you to just adjust your driving position a little bit. Like you're very rigid and tense. Can you not just do like a slouch a little bit? And
It's not. Watch out!
Were they nearly gun fingers you pulled out then? Don't ever do that.
It is cold today, people. Engine on, heated seat on, heated steering wheel on. Hello one and all, and welcome to Seen Through Glass. Now if you saw my last video, you'll know I promised more content on this Urban Defender 90 that the legends at Alexander's Prestige let me for 3 months as kind of ultimate test drive to see if this car could be my next daily. Now, I think I've already admitted, and many of you have pointed out, despite some of my best efforts, this car doesn't really suit me. It's super cool and very desirable, but me and a black on black drug dealer spec Urban Defender, we don't really gel. However, I don't think that means I should wholly discount an Urban as my next car, because they do a huge number of modifications for the Defender, and I think they do inherently make Defenders a bit cooler. So today I'm on my way to Urban to meet up with my good friend and a very good friend of the channel, Lenny, to see if we can find an Urban that maybe fits me a little better. Now, one thing I mentioned when I collected this car was my surprise at its relatively poor fuel economy. So an update for you on that. I've done about 500 miles in the car now. I'm still averaging 20.9 mpg. A reminder, this is the P300 petrol engine from Land Rover, and yeah, well, make of that what you will, but it looks like a tank, it moves like a tank, and apparently its fuel economy a bit like a tank. So 100 quid, that's going to give me a range of 319 miles. Anyway, onwards to Urban. Now, before I get to Urban, let me quickly tell you about today's video sponsor, Revolut. Revolut reached out to me, I think, just before Christmas, and I've been using their app ever since, and I'm now a full-on addict. In fact, I've actually been wondering how I survived financially before I started using Revolut. If you've never heard of it, it's essentially a financial super app. I think it's used by like over 16 million people around the world, so you probably have heard of it. Just in case you haven't, I'll talk you through some of the benefits, but I just wanted to share my own personal experience first on why I've become so obsessed with this thing. So over the last month, I had Christmas shopping, I've been moving flat, Vicky, my wife, had her birthday, I'm trying to save up for my next daily, and I'm plotting and planning some of the first trips of 2022. Essentially, a lot of expenses, and Revolut has made it so easy for me to stay on top of those expenses. They notify me of and track every single transaction I make. They allow me to split bills with friends. So for example, Vicky's birthday, I could split the bill with all of her friends around the table. Then at Christmas, my sister texted me saying, oh, I forgot to get mum one more present, do you mind picking it up for me? At the tap of a button, I could request that money back from my sister, because a bit of a cheapskate, and if I hadn't have done that, she just never would have paid me back. So it makes staying on top of your finances so easy. Even better than that, Revolut makes it super easy to save money. Not only do they offer a ton of rewards, and we'll come back to that in a second, but you can sell these things called vaults, which I'm obsessed with, because I've never been that good at saving money, but vaults make it super easy. I've got 2 on the go at the minute, one which is sort of towards the deposit for my next daily, and then one for eating out. And essentially they do this really clever thing of rounding up your transactions. Let's say you go and buy something for £3.75, that transaction goes through at £4, and that 25p extra goes into your vault. You might think, well, that doesn't sound like a lot, but think of how many transactions you make per day or per week, and how few of them are to the exact pound mark. So those pennies do really add up, and by the end of a week or a month, you're like, well, heck, I've saved quite a bit of money. And Revolut gives some incredible rewards. You can save up to 30% some of your favorite brands like Nike, Adidas or ASOS, which made Christmas shopping a whole load more fun. You can also save a lot of money when you eat out some of your favorite restaurants. So I've ended up in this kind of weird cycle where I'm saving money with my Volt to eat out, but then when I go out and use some of that money, I'm not using as much of it I thought because I'm getting discounts at some of my favourite restaurants. Are you understanding why there are so many aspects and benefits to using Revolut? So, if you click the link below, you can download the Revolut app for free. You can order yourself a personalised metal card. That's a lot of fun because, well, who doesn't love a bit of personalisation? But trust me, if you hand a metal card over to someone in a restaurant or behind a till, every single time they go, "Ooh, this is nice," because it has a proper weight to it. It feels really luxe and expensive. I literally haven't met anyone yet who hasn't gone, "Ooh, what's this card? It's so like it's proper metal." So yes, link below, download the app, get yourself a card, and if you do 3 transactions on Revolut, they'll give you £20 in your account just because, well, I sent you in that direction. Click the link below, go check it out. I promise you it will change how you manage your finances, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. As I say, just 3 transactions will get you £20 from Revolut into your account. So huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Go check it out, let me know what you think. Now, if you're relatively new to this channel, you might not know who Lenny is. I think I first met him about 5 or 6 years ago when this channel had maybe 10,000 subscribers. And he's always been a bit of an ashamed but loving big brother to me and to Seen Through Glass, trying to give me a bit of sort of worldly advice, open my eyes to life, essentially make me less Chelsea. And for a very long time, he's been trying to get me to buy something a bit more sort of rugged and utilitarian, like an Urban Defender. So there's a big part of me that's hoping he's going to be quite proud that a car that maybe at some point he's sold has ended up in my hands, even if on a temporary basis. There's also quite a strong possibility that, like many of you, he's just going to realise that I don't suit something like this and try and get me out of it as quickly as possible because maybe it's diminishing the Urban brand value. I hope not. Anyway, let's head inside and find him.
Yeah, I've got to go. Something's just come up.
Hi, mate!
I would say it's nice to see you.
It
is nice to see you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Because you're now married and now you're a dog parent like me.
Yes, it's the best life, isn't it?
Are you happy?
But wait for it, I'm driving one of these, mate. I'm driving an Urban Defender. You're not proud of me? A little. I'm wearing a camo jacket and I'm driving an Urban Defender.
I am proud, but I'm also a little bit worried about our brand now that you're in one of our.
I literally just said this outside. I was like, he's either going to say, "We've done it. I've achieved moulding you into a better human being," or you're going to say, "Get out of one of our cars."
Because I've recommended some serious metal to you before, haven't I? Everything from
metal,
Transit to
Ranger Raptors.
Yeah, all sorts.
All sorts.
I mean, the Defender. If it was an old Defender in poo brown with like a white roof.
No, I'm so into brown at the minute. Brown is do you know Kendall Jenner's got a brown Ferrari? Not that I want to be like Kendall Jenner, but
I know you've got a little thing for Kendall Jenner.
Kylie.
Oh, is it Kylie you like? Really?
Well, not anymore because I've got a wife.
A little bit, right, okay. You're still allowed to like a celebrity. You're allowed. But I saw a picture of Kendall at a fuel station with an old school Porsche, and I was like, that's just cool, isn't it? Girls into cars. But anyway, we're both married. We're both married, so right. So what are you doing here?
Okay, well, basically, I don't think I really suit the Urban Defender.
No, absolutely not. It's far too cool for you. A standard new Defender is too cool for you. An urban one is like.
Well, no, because I'm in the drug dealer one. Is that allowed? Am I allowed to say
black
that?
with black spec is very.
I'm not ready for that. I mean, I'd have to go through like 3 months of hardcore training with you to be ready. So, what I was hoping is, do you have a few more? Sam.
Obviously, Urban has been split. Obviously, you're at HQ. This is where I am. But we do have a used car showroom about 5 miles down the road that has got a Defender there that is very much more you. Should we go and have a look at that?
I'm super keen. Mate.
Yeah.
Can I drive you? Come on.
Do we have to?
No, I'll drive you and then you can say like you should be more like this to be more urban.
I've always hated being a passenger in your car. It's all like 10 to 2 and just like, hello. Like, I just can't cope. We up for this? Obviously we're filming for our vlog, the Urban Weekly. That's Alex and Tom. our own media team now.
You are a joke.
You need to warm up before you get in here.
Do you not find though it is a big leap? I mean, your steps help me a
You're
lot.
the same. You're the same. Like A, you're the same height as me, and B, you're not as fat and a little bit more athletic. You see instantly.
It's very kind of you to say. I hide it well.
See instantly. Look, just getting the
What are you
seat
doing with the seat?
in the right position because you're all up here. Like,
Oh yeah, I can't go much higher. I try, but you have to be quite, upright.
are you still driving 10 to 2?
Who doesn't drive 10 to 2? That's the legal requirement.
I don't think it's a legal requirement. It's literally.
Maybe not a legal
I
requirement.
don't think it's legal requirement. I think it's a suggestion.
It's a bit chilly, isn't it? Actually, I might put my hat on.
Can you just cover that as much as possible so if anyone sees me, like they don't recognise you? The beanie and the camo, you look a little bit SAS.
Yes. So, okay, maybe not like cool. I'm going to cruise to the club, but heck, I'm going to go shoot some terrorists.
Heck.
Is that not what they say? Right, we've been boxed in by Amazon here. Clearly, you've ordered some more teeth whitening kits. Get my own back.
You're very happy with yourself, aren't you?
But before we start driving, apart from you've critiqued I shouldn't 10 and 2, anything else that I should be doing? Because is there a style? Is there a style to driving in urban?
No, because you look completely uncomfortable in this anyway. So, left here, please, sir. This is going to be like a driving test.
Well, I think I'm going to pass. I mean, unless it's a special urban one where I have to be like, put on history. That's what. Do you not find Yanni's always listening to history? And I feel like Yanni's a good person to aspire to be in.
He's an old school geezer, isn't he?
He's an old school
geezer. History, Artful Dodger, garage music, and stuff like that.
You listen to it in the garage?
No, garage music. DJ like an MC Neat.
Yes, did he? Okay. I've got nothing.
No, you've got nothing.
If it's not a Coldplay reference, I've got nothing. No, genuinely though, Coldplay's latest stuff, I thought that'd be a bit more you. It's gone a bit more sort of,
Don't talk to me about Coldplay.
Okay, I thought, if you managed to get me to get into the whole urban thing, I thought maybe I could get you into Coldplay finally. But
so I don't think I've got you into the whole urban thing, but urban definitely hasn't got into you. By the sounds of things. It's
trying though. It's trying.
Left at the end of here, please.
But look, we mock and we joke, and the whole reason we're going now to the other. Wow, what's this guy doing? That's a big old Sainsbury's. Oh my god! Oh my god!
See, instantly,
oh my god!
Instant panic. Whereas you should have been out the window there.
Doing what?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
giving it the
tosser.
Nice, good work.
Yeah, tosser. You've rubbed off on me over the years.
I don't know. It still just doesn't seem to be right coming from you.
But distance, time has almost made some of your messaging sink in.
Really?
And I think because you are now a very professional man.
I try to be, but you bring out the worst in me. I've been at Urban now for 6 years. Left here.
6 years
now. Yeah, and obviously back when we used to do videos, it was all Lenny the geezer, like the car version of Daddy Dial.
I was scared of you. I was genuinely You've become legit.
Well, the thing is, social media is a funny old game, and there had to be a point, and we have discussed this on your channel before, that I had to represent myself a little bit more professionally because I am a representative of Urban, and I'm in a job and with a company that I love. So
it's at the weekends where you go cracking skulls.
Yeah. So in 6 years of quite pokey, isn't they? Is this the D200 or D250?
No, P300.
It's a petrol.
It's the petrol, mate. At least I hope it is. That's what I've been putting in. No, look, you might not be proud of me with the fact that you rubbed off on me and I ended up in this I didn't mean to come off. But I'm proud of you, mate. I'm proud of you.
No, I appreciate that.
And what you guys are doing is awesome, and that's why we're now heading over to this other unit because I laugh and joke and we go back to the old school style of taking the piss out of myself. But fundamentally, I know what we're about to see is some of the different variations of specs you can do with these cars.
Yeah.
And do you have non-Defender stuff here as well?
Oh yeah, we've had everything here from Rolls-Royce Dawns to Porsche GT3 RSs. We've got another new place coming up soon as well. So it is this huge machine, and I'm obviously still just a very small cog, but
not that small, mate. No. hey, look at that! Not that small.
But if anyone wants to see the Urban story and how it started and how it's got to where it is, on the Urban YouTube channel, there's a fantastic Urban Origins story about how Simon started it and how it's progressed and how we've got to where we are now. I say we because I've been part of the journey, although I haven't had, it's all his ideas and everything else. But yeah, it's really, really cool. So I'm a very, very proud representative, and like
I can tell.
We always have a laugh and a joke, but there is a time where you have to be a little bit more.
Of course, mate, and absolutely. And so, do I invoice Simon or you for the advertising?
Oh, definitely Simon. 100% Simon. I do think I need you to just adjust your driving position a little bit. Like you're very rigid and tense. Can you not just do like a slouch a little bit? And
It's not. I think I pulled something.
Even then, you just look like a little old man. Instead of like sort of lean back and cool, you was a little bit like
What if I do like a? Watch out!
Were they nearly?
Look at this guy. Tosser!
Were they nearly gun fingers you pulled out then? Don't ever do that. How are you?
Oh, you do know me well. You do.
What?
That.
So this is what I thought. It's what we'd call like maybe a heritage look. It's got the white roof.
That is right up my street.
So this is a one of one. Obviously this is wrapping this sort of greeny khaki satin colour.
Yes, but it's a commercial. I didn't even realise.
Yeah, so it's a hard top. So it's a 90 van.
But see, now this is the thing. Have you got the 3 seats?
Yeah, so it's got the jump seat.
Okay, so
Perfect for Twiggy.
Perfect for Twiggy.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is that the standard road going 90 is so impractical.
Yeah.
It's so impractical. But if you can have this, you've got 3 seats in the front, which is plenty for me.
It's a van.
And then you can actually throw stuff in the back.
Yeah. So these are by far the most popular cars, the 90s we do.
And more affordable, right?
Of course, you run it through a business. It's an N1 commercial vehicle. It's tax and VAT efficient. Yeah. So it's got our Best of British grille set. So these are a little bit higher than the standard ones, and here as well. And they've been done in this sort of black. What's it called? Raptor finish.
Oh.
A little bit of product knowledge that I needed to get from my media team. Yeah, Raptor finish along the arches on here, so it's just a little bit more.
Mate, I'm a huge fan of this. I have to say that's very nice as well. The silver is very.
Yeah,
that's classy.
nice.
But that's similar to what I'm driving around in. It's just the silver paint
It's a passenger vehicle, but it's also got the jump seat as well. So this turns it into a 60.
Yeah, but I hate that it's the fact that the back seats never go fully down.
No,
I can't understand. But it's got the nice roof. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mate, but can I just say, just to throw back to our past slightly, how are you happy with this being here? He's got no answer.
I'm a proud representative of Urban, and everything that Urban do is better than the other product.
Fair. If it was a stock car, you wouldn't be happy.
I'm of the opinion that a Transit should be a van, and you can bump it up curves with 18-inch alloys and 65 profile tyres, and you can just use it as a van. But the T6.1 is very stylish, made even more stylish by the Urban body kit.
You have been so well media trained, I can't bear it. But anyway, coming back to the main reason we're here, because
I thought this was a bit of you. It's very country bumpkin, isn't it?
But okay, so obviously I know a lot of the stuff you do has inherent value.
Yeah.
Is this the full kit? Are there things that
everything, pretty much everything we do, yeah. So it's what we would call our design pack. So it's got the roof light bar, the rear spoiler, everything's obviously been colour coded. It's got the grille set, our 22-inch WX1 alloys.
Can I sit in it?
Steps. Sorry?
Can I sit in it?
Of course you can.
Would you do a favour? Would you hold the camera?
Yes.
So the audience can see if I fit it a little better.
Okay.
Because I think I might.
I mean, you always blend in with the jacket.
Tally ho! Tally ho! Look at this! Come on! And then Twiggy would just.
What was that? What actually was that? Don't ever do that. No. Please don't ever do that.
Mate,
again.
I immediately feel more at home.
Yeah.
Do I look better to you?
You never look great, but it's definitely a little bit more you than a black on black murdered out defender.
Yes.
It's very cool, isn't it?
It's okay. You're not so bad at your job, Mr. Lenny. Let me wrestle that back off you because. Yeah, very, very cool thing. As I say, the silver is also interesting, as is, just to completely change it up, this. I mean,
how cool is that?
See, now the thing is, right, when you start talking about some of your cars, so the car I'm driving around at the minute, I think it's around 90 grand.
Yeah.
You can get used RS6s at 90 grand.
Not quite to this spec, but yeah, I mean, they're everything, like Defender World is...
The money's a bit silly.
Crazy.
It's the other thing I've got to consider, like, as cool as that is, I bet that's not that cheap.
No, it's not.
No, so...
But this, so this has got the urban kit on it. So this has got the urban aero package. So diffuser, twin spoilers, side seals, front splitter, and 22-inch hybrid forged alloys, and then a Miami blue wrap.
It looks
wild, isn't it?
Do you like? Have you driven many of the RS?
Yeah.
Do you really like them?
Absolutely love them. Yeah, absolutely love them.
I still haven't driven the new shape one, and I usually don't like RS6s, but I've started to go.
It had a lot to follow up with the C7. You know that.
See, I hated that one.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I hated that one. But this one I'm starting.
You know, the fact that it's it's basically a Lamborghini estate, isn't it? You know, it's a supercar.
It's a Lamborghini estate. That's such a. Your sales and media training needs to be round in a bit.
There's something about this that I prefer over the RSQ8 for some reason. I think it is because it's an estate car.
Yeah, it's got a cooler factor. Look at the girth of it, mate.
Yeah,
the girth of it's outrageous.
So aggressive looking. I absolutely love these. But this is a really nice one that we've got in here. So.
Well, look, I appreciate your time because you are now a busy, very professional man.
Very busy. Literally ruined and wasted an hour of my time.
But I might not have, because genuinely, if I start looking at Urban Defender, this makes a lot more sense. I've still got a few months to go with that Alexander's car.
Do I need to start patting you down for your wallet then? Get your credit card out.
I wouldn't get that carried away.
I'll run some figures
I wouldn't get that carried away.
Get that shipped back to Alexander's, No?
No. It is always so much fun catching up with Lenny. Huge thanks to him and the team for showing me around, I guess. Obviously moments of us being a little bit silly, but I did fundamentally want to come down and look at some other options at Urban, because it's still early days in terms of my loan with this particular car, but some of my initial frustrations still ring true in the sense that I don't think the 90 makes a lot of sense, but that commercial one does, especially because the guys were telling me you can actually take out the sort of the bulkhead, the grate behind the sort of front passenger bench, so therefore you can access the stuff behind you. It's interesting. Doesn't make the cars any cheaper, because Defenders at the moment are extortionately expensive, or any more dynamic or things like that. So it's just food for thought, but fundamentally just a fun day out, and it's been too long since Lenny's been on the channel, and driving around an Urban didn't feel quite right without trying to get his seal of approval. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you want to go and follow Lenny and any of his adventures, you can find him at Lenny Urban on Instagram. Of course, I'll put a link to the Urban YouTube channel, because that team was filming today, so they're going to do a sort of behind the scenes style video. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Am I just, clinging on to this Defender idea for a bit too long, or actually does the commercial make a little bit of sense? Who knows? Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Stay subscribed for plenty more content to come.